If I'm being honest, like the reason that I was trying to dress the part was I wanted to be accepted. And as an African American, that was an important thing for me in this field. I didn't want people to reject me. I didn't want to not get opportunities as a lecturer and as an author and as a presenter and all those things. And then something happened. Today I want to talk to you about something that is really, really important to me and has been like a journey for me professionally, and that is authenticity. And the easiest way to notice my journey with authenticity is to notice the way that I dress. Most of the time, if you see me, I'm wearing a hoodie, matching sweatsuit, matching shoes, matching watch. And I've always been that way. That has been who I've been most of my entire life. But something strange happened that I'm embarrassed about, not proud of. When I entered into this field, I became someone that I wasn't, that wasn't true to me. I wanted to fit the mold of what professional looked like, and I didn't want to not fit in, and it hurt me. It was not good for me, and I want to take you all the way back and kind of walk you through the journey. So when I was a kid, and when I say kid, I mean like 3-4 years old, super duper young. My mother would tell you I always enjoyed wearing matching outfits. Can't really tell you why. Probably some sort of, autism thing that I just always enjoyed, like the little kid outfits that had a matching top and a matching bottom. One of my earliest memories is I can remember my mother, God bless her, mother of 3, kind of, high energy boys, and she was stuffing us all in the car. I was, 3-4 years old. My younger brother was about 1, and my older brother was about 5. And my mom is stuffing us all in the car. And in dressing me, she didn't put a matching outfit, like the top and bottom did not match. And I started crying and throwing a huge fit because I wanted her to put an outfit on me that matched. But my mom didn't have the time, didn't have the patience. We were on our way to go do something, and she had to figure that all out. So I'm throwing a tantrum, I'm throwing a big fit, and I'm trying to get her to do what I wanted, which was take me back in the house and change my outfit to something that matched. And my mother clearly is not going to do it, as she is kind of shuffling all of us to the car. And then I come up with the genius plan. I know how to make my mom do exactly what I want her to do. So I peed myself, right? I messed myself, knowing that she was going to have to take me back into the house. And she did. She took me back to the house. She put a matching outfit on me, and away we go. So I share that to tell you, I've always been this way. I've always been someone that wanted to match things, and sweatsuits and that comfortable feel has always been kind of what I wanted to wear. So then fast forward several years, and I become a psychotherapist. And I can remember going to a conference, very first conference I ever went to as a presenter was in 2008. And I had no idea what to wear. And I knew, being black, being urban, and being someone who wants to dress like this, I knew that most of the audience would not look like that, would not look like me. So I bought a suit, like a full-on suit, like a full-on suit, man. It had a vest, tie, jacket, whole thing. And I walked into the conference, and I had done the exact opposite. Now I'm way overdressed. Most people were just wearing some sort of button-down shirt and jeans or slacks, and I'm in a full-on suit. And I remember Chris Iveson, who later became one of my closest friends. He came up to me and he said, "You're officially the best dressed man in the solution-focused community," is what Chris said. But I'd never worn a suit before. It was my first time non-attending a wedding wearing a suit. And it didn't feel right. It's not who I am. It's not who I want to be. And I also didn't like that I'd swung the pendulum so far that I'm now overdressed and I've overcompensated. So over the years, I used to call my buddy Adam when we were going to conferences together, and I would say, Adam, what are you going to wear to this conference? And Adam would tell me, whatever outfit he was going to wear to the conference, and I would try to match him. That would ensure that I was not going to be over or underdressed. I would always be kind of on par with somebody else that was there in the room. But after years and years of doing this, and this is where it gets kind of embarrassing for me, really. After years and years of me doing this, I started losing sense of self. If I'm being honest, like the reason that I was trying to dress the part was I wanted to be accepted. And as an African American, that was an important thing for me in this field. I didn't want people to reject me. I didn't want to not get opportunities as a lecturer and as an author and as a presenter and all those things. And then something happened. I'll never forget this happening. Adam and I, and this must have been like 2017 or so. Adam and I, and this really caused me harm. But Adam and I were going to do like a video training series. And I called Adam before this video training series and I said, do you have a white collared short sleeve shirt? Like not a button, like a polo style shirt. And Adam said, yeah. And I said, it'd be pretty cool on this video if you and I were both wearing the same thing. So he said, okay. So he brings, when we fly to the place where we're going to when we're going to record the video training series, he wears this, white collared polo style shirt. I wear the same thing, and we do the video training series. And we were really excited about it. We were kind of on the front line, like innovative. We were doing video training series before COVID, and like it was just a way for us to distribute our work. And we're super excited about like getting this out into the world. We had like 1,000 people sign up to receive this, and I'll never forget the day. So we fly home, and I'm here at my house, and I remember hitting send on the first email that was like releasing part 1 of this video training series, and super excited for the comments, man. We were ready for people to say like, here's what I love about solution-focused brief therapy, and this training is helping me, and all the stuff. But the first 5 comments were from people criticizing my outfit. The first 5 comments were people saying that I looked unprofessional. I was wearing a white collared polo shirt, identical to Adam, but people criticized me. Like literally the first 5 comments is like, Elliott's attire is distracting. It's so unprofessional. I mean, and what was so hurtful was that criticism was coming while I was trying so hard to dress the part. That criticism was coming so hard and heavy as I'm sitting next to my white colleague who was wearing the exact same thing as I was, and they didn't say a word about him. And I realized something in that moment. I realized something in that hurt. I realized that they're not going to accept me. Like the people who are thinking that way, and the people who are motivated to think of me that way are not going to change, certainly not going to change because of something that I wear. And very soon the hurt turned to anger. I was like mad, like if you're not going to accept me while I'm trying to dress the part, then I'm going to dress like me. I'm just going to be myself. And it was a bold thing for me, like to do this job in matching sweatsuits and in a hoodie and in a t-shirt and with my tattoo showing and oftentimes I'll have a necklace and big watches and all the things. It made me vulnerable. It put me in a space where people could criticize me and attack me, which has happened. But it also, I'm so proud of it because I get to show up as myself. I get to show up as who I am. I get to be the version of me that I'm most proud and comfortable in and most authentic. I get to be the Elliott that I'm proud of, and I get to show you who that person is. And something interesting happened. Like people started accepting me more. I get emails to this day. I get emails every week from people, usually black women and black men, saying how inspiring it is to watch someone performing professionally at a very high level, but also doing it while representing our culture, our black urban culture, the way that I do. And that is so incredibly meaningful to me. That is so incredibly valuable to me. And the lesson in all of this is, it's fine, I think, to grow and evolve and try to dress differently. And that's how I look at that phase of my life. But it's also really important to be who you are, because the only way that you can make yourself available for people's love is to, by simultaneously making yourself available for people's hate. The only way to make yourself available to that level of caring and openness and connectedness is to be yourself, which that also is what makes the criticism so difficult and so heavy. And I had to go through this journey to learn that. I had to go through this journey to recognize showing up as myself is the win. It doesn't matter how people respond in some level, because what's the point of doing it if you had to pretend to be somebody else to be successful? It became important to me that the win is being the authentic version of me and letting the world deal with it. And I think that's the lesson I want all of you to take away. So try. I want you to give yourself permission to experiment and evolve and see if you should wear this outfit or that outfit, or see if you're more comfortable with this thing or that thing. But also recognize how important it is to show up as yourself and be authentic in your journey, because the only way to be connected and to receive love is to be authentic and vulnerable. And when you do that, you simultaneously make yourself available to criticism and hurts. But that's okay, because once you start being yourself, the whole world changes. So what about you? Have you ever been judged, discriminated against, held back because of your wardrobe? Leave your story in the comments. I want to hear from you. Have you ever experienced difficulties because of your wardrobe? I just shared my journey and what it's been like for me. And though I experienced a lot of criticism and discrimination in the early part of my journey in this way, these days I actually think the opposite has happened. I think people are even more enthusiastic in their following and sharing and connectedness to me because I am who I am and because I am being my authentic self. But I want to hear what your journey is. Have you experienced discrimination? Have you experienced judgment? Have you experienced criticism because of your wardrobe? Leave it in the comments below, because I'd love to hear your story.